شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان.
Ramadan is the ninth month of the Islamic calendar. It is the fourth of the five pillars of Islam. It has been prescribed upon every adult Muslim of sound mind and health and who is resident to abstain from eating, drinking, and sexual intercourse from pre-dawn to sunset. In Ramadan, there is a night that is better than 1,000 months, that is namely Al-Qadr night, on which the Holy Quran was revealed. In the word of Inillahi, a famous Instagram star who has over 600 followers and who converted to Islam in 2011, I quote, "Ramadan is a spiritual boot camp where Muslims try to root out all evil, increase their good deeds, and become more knowledgeable about their faith. We try to fast not only physically, but to get our health, minds, and hearts cleansed. It is also a lot about community. Every single Muslim around the world, doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter the nationality, doesn't matter what social status, we all fast. We stand side by side in prayer, and we all come together for the same reason, Allah. We focus on putting Allah first and worldly matters second." A new Muslim blogger by the name of Marjana chronicles his experience of keeping fasting in Ramadan. He says, "My first fasting was a wonderful experience. Being a Muslim for the first year, I was a little bit afraid before my very first fasting in Ramadan. As I was a person who had never fasted before, it was difficult for me to imagine how to spend a day without food and water. One of my colleagues once asked me, 'Don't you eat anything at all? Don't you eat even a little when no one can see you?' Her questions made me laugh. I had to explain to her that fasting is not abstaining from food and drinking to show off. Muslims fast for the sake of Allah. They keep their minds, hearts, tongues, eyes, ears far from sinful actions. Learning surah from the Quran by heart was quite difficult for me, but during Ramadan there was an inspiration and I could do it quickly and easily. And how wonderful the prayer is when you recite ayats you have just learned them by heart. I learned how to control my emotions, wishes, body. I talked about my patience. I understood that before Ramadan I used to waste my time. And instead of stimulating mind, reading, studying, I used to spend my time in front of TV, watching series, listening to music, and talking over the telephone. In Ramadan, all these things spilled into insignificance. I was learning Quran, reading, praying a lot. I have got an intention to attend lessons in the Islamic Center, and I turned it into reality after Ramadan. As for nutrition in Ramadan, the first some days appeared to be the hardest. It was difficult to control amount of eaten food during iftar. Before accepting Islam, I had heard from non-Muslims, Muslims don't eat and drink during the daytime, but at night, they eat to heart content. Of course, such understanding of Ramadan is wrong, but the fact is that controlling oneself during iftar is a big problem for those who fast for the first time. The best advice regarding this issue is given in Quran by Allah Almighty. "And eat and drink, but be not excessive. Indeed, He likes not those who commit excess." I remembered about Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet said, "Man fills no vessel worse than his stomach. It is sufficient for the son of Adam to have a few mouthfuls to give him the strength he needs. If he has to fill his stomach, they let him leave 1/3 for food, 1/3 for drink, and 1/3 for air. According to the example set by the Prophet, one should break his fast with dates. If there are no dates, then one should drink a little water. After breaking the fast this way, the Prophet used to pray Maghrib, and only after this he would take his meal. The Prophet said, when one of you breaks his fasting, let him break it on dates. If he doesn't have any, break his fast with water, for it is pure. After following this example, I understood that such a broth is the best for iftar, though the following days of fasting were easy and beneficial for me. Finally, what most appeals to me about Marjana's speech is, there is a hadith where it is said, there are 2 occasions of joy for one who fasts. Joy when he breaks it, and joy when he meets his Lord. During my first Ramadan, I knew both of these joys. O God, grant us joy when we break our fast, and joy when we meet you. Amen.
يا أخ الإسلام هيا لا تمت قلبا سويا واغتنم ما دمت حيا رمضان المحسنين.
رمضان المحسنين.